Welcome in, Goobers, and I know you guys were watching JJ McCarthy on Monday Night Football. Dude, a comeback. He was not good most of the game. 3 full quarters. This guy was not really doing a whole lot. But then we saw the national champion out of Michigan come out with poise, with confidence in the fourth quarter, and this man made NFL history against the Chicago Bears. He grew up a Bears fan, and he's torching the Bears. Torching the Bears in the fourth quarter. He became the first player in NFL history with 3 touchdowns in the fourth quarter of an NFL debut. He also became the first player with 2 passing and 1 rushing touchdown in an NFL debut since 2011. And he was also the first QB in Vikings history with multiple passing touchdowns in an NFL debut. JJ McCarthy looked really good in the fourth quarter. Those first 3 quarters, not so much. He was taking sacks. It looked like he was going to struggle all night. But then he figured it out. And this team had confidence in him. That's why JJ McCarthy has that captain's patch on his jersey, even as a rookie quarterback. I'm saying rookie with air quotes because he hasn't played an NFL regular season game, and that was his first one. That's a statement win for the Vikings, because the question marks coming into this season were, can the Vikings be good? How good is JJ McCarthy really? And he's fine. I think the moment we all knew JJ McCarthy is legit is when he made that throw in the end zone, tight window to Justin Jefferson. Great throw. Right on the money. Pinpoint accuracy. And you can just see the pocket presence of JJ McCarthy. It's truly special. He, came into the NFL and was coached by an NFL coach, Jim Harbaugh. That helps. Don't overlook that at all. He comes in, gets hurt. I know, being hurt can be used as a negative thing, but it's not bad to sit back and just learn the offense without playing and just watching it. Because 90% of the game is mental. You have to be able to know exactly what to do as an NFL quarterback, what the assignments are, what the blocking scheme is, what kind of coverage is the defense in? Can you identify a disguised coverage? Can you also be able to throw it into tight windows and also understand the timing aspect? Because in college, it's a night and day on how different it is and how much harder you have to throw the ball to get it in some of these windows. And the accuracy you have to have has to be way better. Because you're going to get away with a lot more in college than you can in the NFL. But I saw JJ McCarthy do what he did in college, manage the game. The Vikings, they were able to run the football. They were able to get their running backs involved in the passing game. Was to Aaron Jones on an absolute great ball thrown by JJ McCarthy. Right in the basket where he needed to get it. Not too far where, the defender could get to it, but not too, far back where the other guy could also deflect it. That was a great throw by JJ McCarthy. I was really impressed with what he was able to do, because it's not easy having a rough game like that, throwing a pick 6 and then coming back and winning the game with 3 touchdowns in the fourth quarter. That's a resilient guy. Very resilient player. I was impressed. He looked like an NFL veteran out there, struggling. And then he didn't let it get to him, because a lot of quarterbacks, that can get to them. You throw a pick 6, that can get to you. That can. And I was really impressed, because I thought the Vikings were done. I thought the Bears had this game. The Bears they can't win at home. They're on a 6-game home losing streak. The second longest in franchise history. If you're going to be a good football team, you got to win at home. Especially against division opponents. Got to take care of business. I think the Bears had multiple opportunities to win this game. And I look at one instance. When the Vikings scored, made it a 20-17 game, the Bears get the ball back on offense and they don't do anything. And then the Vikings, they score again. That's where I'm like, all right, like the Bears lost this game. And it was crazy to say because I genuinely thought the Bears, looked good in the first half. Caleb started 10 for 10 in this game. Rushing touchdown, first of his career on their first drive. I'm like, oh my goodness, this Bears team is legit. But then you started to see the same things. Caleb throwing the ball over receivers' heads and then him holding onto the ball too long. I feel like sometimes he was trying to run. And you should never want to run as a quarterback. If it's there, fine. But throwing the football is the most effective way to get it down the field as quickly as possible. And it just looked like Caleb was running for his life. It just did. I mean, Caleb only got sacked twice, but he had no time to throw the ball. This offensive line still didn't really look that good, personally. Name a time where Caleb had time in the pocket. None. I don't know what the Bears do from here. It doesn't get any easier. You play the Lions next week. So yeah, it doesn't get any easier. But I'm impressed with JJ McCarthy. And I think, going into the season, I really had this conclusion set in stone, and I think it could very well happen. JJ McCarthy could have a Sam Darnold type season that he had last year. Now, I'm not saying the Vikings are going to win 14 games. I'm not saying he's going to throw for 4,000 yards, but when you get Jordan Addison back, it's a possibility to have that type of year. This Vikings offense hasn't even hit his full potential yet. JJ McCarthy was already working out with Adam Thielen during the offseason. He's got some familiarity there. Now he's on the team. He's been a Viking before. He's played in big games. He's had big catches. That's a guy you want on your team. You've got Hawkinson as well. Big tight end, can catch the football. Jordan Mason is a really good running back. You also got Aaron Jones, who is a good running back, but he's a good receiver too. This Vikings team is good. Let me know in the comments what you guys think about the Vikings. What's your record prediction for them? They got the Falcons on Sunday Night Football in week 2 at home. I think the Vikings win that game, but let me know what you guys think about that game as well. I think that'll be an interesting game, but I think the Vikings defense will be a lot for the Falcons to handle because I think the Vikings defense is really good. I think they're really underrated. They have a lot of good players, but I think this is a good sign early for JJ McCarthy to see him overcome adversity and come out on top. You want to see that from a young quarterback. Let me know in the comments what you think about JJ McCarthy and his performance. And also, let me know what is going on in Chicago. What do they need to do to get better? I kind of talked about it a little bit and things they should do to get better. But let me know in the comments what you think about the direction of Chicago Bears and how their season is going to go. Because I think it's going to be another rough year for the Bears. They're not going to be good, personally. They're the Bears. They're the Bears. There's no way to explain it. There's no way to explain it. You can't. But let me know in the comments. I appreciate you guys watching the video. Subscribe, hit the notification bell, comment like I said, like this video, And I'll see you guys in the next episode of Gridiron Goobers. Peace.